Whale Songs in the Aurora Borealis by Ronda, Eller, 2005. Part 5. The conclusion. Pandering and self-discussion. "Where is Greystone?" the woman said. "I wish to have him in my bed." "Not here or there," spoke my remorse, "and thoughts like yours, irreverent course, will never gain thee not one sight." "Do ye not seek him too?" asked she. "I sense in you some rivalry." "'Tis true I'd have my Greystone's love, but surely I would trade your lust to be his last immortal vision." "How can that be?" she was perplexed. "You can't be last, he does not rest." "I can," said I, "for in his heart I'd live in every tensive part. My love would mirror his forever." "Such pandering," she gasped at me. "You buy a lost theosophy. Greystone seeks a woman's comb to move inside and call his home, to host his self-expression." "You're wrong," I spoke, and so went on the discourse that we'd both begun, concluding that if both could be, then we would both have victory, and thus ended there my self-discussion. Incarnate mirror. I looked into the mirror of yesterday. My face was old, my hair was gray, and now that I had met this lucent reflection, what circle would I seek for a new direction? Nightfall seems to follow no prescription, but alas, it becomes the aged one's condition. Now that I've seen my soul in purple hues, and I've cast off an old shell for a new, should I bear witness to its dissolution? Is death not merely mortal disillusion? Winter, yes, it has no inhibitions. It knows it must let nature give submission. These are the words in childhood I spoke, but the thought was lost on simple folk. "It's all right," I mused. A tiny sparrow heard. In fact, it hung on every single word, unaware that I had grown young feathers to fly. "So much like you," I said. "Like you, not I." I finished the thought with fully marked derision. My memory of circles had formed the composition. I set the incarnate mirror gently down and soared into the future without a sound. The tiny sparrow then spread its wings to fly and followed me into the starlit sky. Death, oh death, does not seek permission, but alas, provides the weary circumcision. He speaks of his own undoing. Orange mist lies on the mountain's feet, kissing a hinterland's yellow sun setting, in the grieving escarpment of my piccoloid heart, that hammers against its lack of forgetting. As memory serves, the sun sleeps west, so I wonder, what is it eastward doing? A Gregory woman said, and I protested, that eventually it would be my undoing. A Shakespeare woman trolled nearby while tossing her dainties to the copper-crisp sky. Her fluffy white panties made me lose my head on cool Park's green wood fertile bed, where I'd spent many a tired hand day with a long-necked swan for company. A naked, spitting renegade, contour sleek and unafraid. Gone, discharged the days I loved so much, and the feisty trumpeter I barely touched. By George, her image is one I just can't chase, though I've lived through long and cozy wed days. Oh, how the world seems to model with age. Mountain peaks soften, horizons sag, yet my heart still pecks at its first desire, as its feeble sunset drifts higher and higher. Cormac and the Witch's Curse. For ages you have known this face, a mighty warrior, a lover panged, swimming in the sea's embrace, gasping in salt water rain. Steingerd won and Steingerd lost, this potent love 3 times or more. A beautiful, elusive swan that bled his heart till it bled no more. And in a cosmic spirit now, as yet embattled love cries out. In lying daft of all his breath, railing against his sleepless nights, when courage had not been his quest, to death he rued his love-lost bride. For ages Cormac's ebon eyes had grown more dark in fields of pain, with challengers who'd rather fight than rent the witch's curse on him. And in a cosmic spirit now, as yet embattled love cries out. For ages, restless as the sea's undying love, O restless waves, Odin's great has echoed wreaths beyond his Viking Irish grave. Beyond the curse that Thorvig knit, he sings like the immortal rose, soul washing over dainty feet that never saw his funeral close. And in a cosmic spirit now, as yet embattled love cries out. O darkened fields of pain, dark on! Since Cormac's eyes look past your veil, you never could divorce his song from such great love. Your witch was frail. The nights may pass in loneliness on blood-stained earth where he last lay, but you have known his warrior's face, and lightened in his tender grace, though in a cosmic spirit now, as yet embattled love cries out. Sister, brother, sisterhood. Grab the pen, go back in time, seize the day, create a rhyme. Leave the readership aghast, trying to break the present past. Write these words inside your sleeve. You are the one that you believe, and let none other take apart the soul that lives and breathes the heart. Know this past, do you? I die and live and die, falling from the immortal tree, and I hear you doubt that you are me. So listen closely, feel the words fall from my pen into your ears. I have returned, I said I would, to the sister-brother sisterhood. Bandaged Daemons. We were once two aging men, sowing life through mind and pen, measuring words against the sky that inevitably would frame you and I, eternal. Of letters, we who let the throngs weed inspiration from our lives to treasure them in myriad tomes could not have known our sacrifice, ever. A century after we lived and died, we live again and hold our pens, chained to echoes we've set aside, compelled as icons to write again, bleeding. This injury others cannot see as they interrogate us friend and friend, but I see in you and you in me our bandaged daemons bound again, coagulated. This time expressed in different genders, our college days bear different themes, as we mature in the forge of lovers, shunning echoes, courting dreams, together. The woman's New World breath. The man has found no comfort in the grave. His love that had no love refused to rest. His soul burned with discomfort for a kiss, and haunted sleep refused to go away. Fairyland refused to calm the voices that haunted every ebb and flowing tide. In death his lover still would be no bride. His mind on silken dress became his crisis. Time had failed again to be his savior, leaving him at Pier in Drumahar. His spirit sought once more to find her kept there, while gold-toothed fleece grinned, scattered near the shore. He wandered on the sands of Lysadel, alone among a crowd of faceless harpies, waiting for Greystone to bring release. Went back to his cold womb. He finally fell. Attempting not to breathe a new world breath, a host of centaurs forced his nostrils clear. His female body, held an incubator, offered no more comfort than he'd found in death. The everlasting voices spoke his name. A man-voiced dream of love engulfed the room, beseeching him to search now for a groom. Her will who to find no comfort once again. Shadow of a last known course. Inside a hindsight harbor I have learned the ease with which a floundering ship is lost. Fog draped on sea, confusion turned to chase the shadow of a last known course. With luck, it may not hear as siren beckons it, to make its bed with lyre song or listing flute, opportunity tossed away, enchantment reckoned, and achievement lost for a pleasure-seeking brute. I've seen the rudder bent on breaking tides, and sails rent all by hissing serpent wind, awkward propulsion of a ship's lethargic side, while in the still of night a raptor's grin. I've touched such watery edges in my youth, and needled at a Bermudan compass deaf to the plight of a green captain's trembling voice, pleading for home's harbored hearth each breath. There are no tears to match the plaintive woes of a sorrowed woman in sea rock cabin grief, on bended knee, estranged from him she knows, and adrift on a prayer-filled hindsight sea. Inside a hindsight harbor I have learned love's bones float home like driftwood once tides turned. Death only leaves the siren what she's earned. This concludes Whale Songs in the Aurora Borealis by Ronda, Eller, 2005. Thank you for listening.